and welcome back to SnowRunner with me, Mark from DadX, and you find us pretty much where you left us at the end of the last episode. We're just heading through the roadblock that we cleared around to the entrance to the next map. And we are taking with us two units of consumables and 2 units of wood. The consumables I know we can drop off quite quickly, and the wood will be useful. As I've said before, there are places on the next map to pick up most materials, but why go in empty? And we certainly need to go into the next map to bring the oil rig back onto this map to progress the missions here. So this is our first look around this side of the map. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount going on over here mission wise, etc. I've noticed there's an achievement for visiting all of the logging areas in the game. Now, I guess they're just random places that you find, because there is no logging in the game for you to, be directed to the logging yard. So we'll keep an eye out for those. Other achievements are just kind of run-of-the-mill. We'll have a look through. There's none of the ones that I remember from the PC version, one of which took me hours, which was completing one map with the smallest little 2-wheel drive no diff lock truck in the game, but it was a pleasure when I finally did it. Anyway, here we are, we're heading to the tunnel. What we do need to make sure of, I didn't mention I brought the Chevy with me for a bit of recon. What I'm going to do is release that winch. Now we're going to travel to Smithfield. I'm going to put the handbrake on. We're going to travel and we're heading into Smithville Dam. Now I've seen some problems in multiplayer where if 2 guys try to transfer a map at the same time, they spawn in the same place and one truck destroys the other. I'm not sure what happens if you're winching another vehicle through when you go through, so I'm just being careful. If you do know, let me know in a comment. It'd be handy to know. Are you safe just to leave a winched vehicle attached? And if you do, will they both go through to the next map at the same time? So here we are. We shall watch the lovely little scene. It looks quite similar so far from what we saw there. Let's have a look at our map. There's a service hub up here, and I believe if you get to that service hub it refuels and repairs you. There's nothing like that on the previous map. And what have we got on us to take somewhere? I'm sure the preacher's house is there, so that's where we're going to head. Yes. Are we tracking? Let's track that one. It seems like the most logical to get done first. We'll bring the Chevy through. Assuming this is just road, we can stay on a road down here and make it through. We might leave the trailer here. I don't think there's any need to take the trailer beyond this point though. And it's just an added encumbrance. So 2-wheel drive. We'll stay in 2-wheel drive while we're on the road. Without the trailer, this truck stays pretty stable. Is this a fuel point right here? That's handy to know, because I did actually make the effort to refuel this truck pretty much before I came across the map. But there's a fuel point right here, so we'll take some. What have we got here? A pickup point. Fuel cargo to be picked up here. Okay. This truck hasn't been back to the garage to get his upgraded tyres yet, actually. To save me just travelling over the map, I waited till we got onto this one, so hopefully we can get that. Spectacular view from up here. So we seem to have, is that maybe an island? I can't really tell what's beyond. With a couple of land bridges onto it. One, yeah, we'll have a little mooch around. What I've realised is, because I've got confused, I haven't put the consumables on here yet. These are service spare parts, and I do know, because I have stuck my nose in here, that the first roadblock up here needs 2 service spare parts to clear it. So let's go and have a look, shall we? And we're doing very well on these road tyres, just in four-wheel drive. Certainly being careful to avoid the rest of the wet. I like the noise of the Fleetstar. It's got a nice growl about it. I often actually play the game with the sound very low or even muted, so that's purely just to save disturbing other people while I'm playing. Here's a wet bit. Go into low gear and put the diff locks on. Still haven't had to winch yet. Yeah, we're making it. Slow and steady. Show task. Accept. Start tracking. Cargo management. There you go. That's that roadblock removed. I think we'll plod on. I've just checked. I skipped it out, but I figured out I didn't mistake the service supplies for consumables. I had intended to run those up to one of the side missions on the other map, but I was so excited to get over here. It's just a wise decision in such a big lumpy truck. There's a heck of a drop down there. Oh, and a nasty, nasty camber. Let's get around this corner if we can. Go on. Crazy view. Oh, is that an upgrade or something down between those two trees, just right behind the truck, right down by the bank, on the edge of the bank? We're not going to investigate that in the truck. Let's just have a little look. I know I shouldn't really probably be doing this. There's something just ahead. I can see an antenna. Oh, that's a spot to watch out for if you try to bring a load through here. Crikey, yeah. I think we're through. I wouldn't want to hit that bit with a load on the back at all. Let's just have a look down to here. Now, because we haven't actually unlocked the garage on this map yet, I've got no option to reset to garage. There's a pickup. There's a Chevy. But no mission marker. Is this oh, sorry. Oh, I've damaged it. Is that ours? Oh, it is. I don't think I did all of that damage to it. It's got a knackered transmission. Let's see what he goes like. You can see the fuel usage really, really escalates when you've got engine damage. I'm just trying to see if I can tell what the transmission damage is. No, I don't know. Right. I'm just going to leave this. Oh, look, yeah, we've slipped into neutral there. I didn't do that. Is that the fault on the damaged gearbox? Yeah, look. Okay. So you're now blocking the road. Let's get you out of the way. I think I'm going to turn the Fleetstar back and go back towards where we need to be. That's enough exploration. The Chevy can do the rest of that kind of work. We will stop the engine. It might be a useful little fuel dump later. And we'll get back in our Fleetstar and we're going to head back. I'm sure on this map somewhere they need some fuel, so I'm going to grab some fuel at that petrol station on the way past. Get back down to where we left a trailer of wood. Oh my word, this is a rough route. This is a rough route. That camber is deadly. It's catching the front tyre in the rut, so I can't turn out of it from there. Just got to ride that one through. Right, lock up them diffs. No? Proper stuck, but there's lots of trees. Cool. What are we stuck on? I want to see. Is there actually something there? Oh, we've got a big tree root sticking out. Was it that got us? Maybe. Have I been way too brave? Come on. It didn't seem that soft on the way through. Maybe it's because we went through that much quicker. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a good route. I don't know if we're going to need to bring anything this way, but I don't like this route much. And maybe reconning the truck isn't too bad an idea, because sometimes you can fly down a track in a Scout. As soon as you've got a loaded truck, you're finding it quite a different experience. I'm going to try to cut up here and get around that huge hole, but I'm very wary of the drop-off. That. No! Look at that! Have we stalled? We haven't stalled. How have I not stalled? Can I get a winch onto that one? That's twice may have got away with tipping up the truck and not actually stalling, but there's no winch point. I think we're going to have to leave this chap here for the Chevy to rescue. I'll fetch him through from the other map. That was almost a slow motion one. Horrible route. I just had a thought though, as a last ditch attempt, the crane could possibly flick us over. Yes! No! Are we... Right. If I push up with the crane, might just get away with this. Come out of crane mode. Can we drive now? Right, the crane's stuck in the ground, but this is going to work. Shorten the crane. There we are. Try to get the crane out of the dirt and try to get the truck pulled away. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get me a bit more upright. Get me up that way. Right. Release winch. Crane mode. Crane down. Crane up. That truck just wants to fall over though. This isn't great. Let's see, can we do this? Right, quick, quick, go. Turn up onto that bank. Oh. Come on. Yes, we're up on the wheels, we're up on the wheels, we're up on the wheels. Restore crane, go. Oh, I think we made it, we made it, we made it, we recovered. Okay. The crane can be a saviour. Am I going to be able to get... Oh, this road, yeah. Don't mistake this road for a prime route. I guess it's going to depend what your vehicles are, but this looks pretty rough to get a load through. To me. Okay, I'll grab the barrels of fuel. My thinking is, yeah, to have a little bit of a hub maybe. See how that works. I do notice that the garages etc. tend to be, right, where, not that road, this road down here. We're going to grab our trailer, take the left turn, and that heads up towards that service area. The Chevy is down there. I had already moved it over to this map. We're starting to get dark as well now. Before I had the revelation, the idea of just using the crane to try to tip the truck back over, which again, fortunately the engine hadn't cut out. I think it was just wedged not quite on its side technically there. Right, we've got the trailer, back up with the trailer nice and gently. These dolly trailers can be a pain to reverse. If you put a lot of time into it, it can be done, but I don't think you really need to do it too technically in this game. Farm Simulator taught me everything I know about trailers. Especially how to get the dolly ones to reverse where you want them. You've got to kind of do your steering backwards and then do your steering backwards again in a weird kind of way. I don't know. That's how I'm explaining it. Right, let's get up this hill. The sun's going down. Come on, I want to be in the garage for supper and bed. And we'll crack on with some scouting in the morning. So the loads we have here are completely irrelevant. I've just got to remember, if we do find the garage up here, to take the load off of the Fleetstar before we go in, which is easy. 2-second job with the crane. And any of the cargo bits that you leave around the map, or that bounce off of wagons, you know, if you tip your trailer over, it's going to shed the load. They're persistent. Right, what we got here? That's the service hub. This looks quite like that, the garage. Yeah, there's a... oh, so Michigan in this universe has a standard garage template. So I'm going to detach the trailer. Put the handbrake on. We're going to go into crane mode. I do need to unpack that to cargo. Then we go into crane mode, and then we very simply grab and drop. I don't think we need to put much more thought into this than that. And we're not involving any more trailers, so nothing can hopefully glitch through anything else. Oh, it's getting too dark for you to even really see what I'm doing now, but this is the last task before we hunker down for the night. There you go. Right, so they're going to stay there. Put the crane away. And let's get into the garage. Garage discovered. We're in. Fuel restored, truck fully repaired, customize. Tyres. Let's finally get some better tyres on this truck. I mean, it's done extremely well. I'm just thinking, do we need big tyres? Or do we want... So these are rated good, average, as in on-road, off-road and mud. We need to get the proper off-road tyres for anything better than that, but it's definitely improvement to what we had. I'm just simply going to go for Lord Power. How can you resist that? There you go. And you know what? We may as well sell these highway tyres. I can't imagine those ever being of much use to us now. It is early the next morning. I brought the Chevy up to the garage just to get it refueled and put his beacons back on. Those 2 pallets of fuel have disappeared overnight, and I'm very, very puzzled because, as you may recall, I left those consumables by the petrol station on the other map for a while before I picked them up. Right, we're just going to head straight down this track in front of us and just down to this watchtower. Then we're going to go and maybe investigate and see what that was that we saw on the map, although this watchtower may reveal that to us anyway. But I'm definitely on the hunt for upgrades. And then once we've had a little explore on here, we need to get that oil drilling rig back onto the other map for the mission over there. So that is the goal. And that indeed is why we came onto this map now. Let's have a look. Where's the tower? Just over there somewhere. Camera angles can be a little bit odd sometimes. Can we cut through here? Yeah. Lovely. Where's that tower? Must be almost running the tower over. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's see what we got. That looks muddy. Map. Okay, so we've got not much exposed. There's an upgrade up here. So we've got this main road that runs right out into the map and then all the way down here with one blockage on it. So that's going to need clearing. Should I head down to this island or should I head round to there? You'll see in a moment. Yeah, I think we'll head south actually, down onto this island, get that watchtower, and then we'll have this kind of corner of the map at least exposed. There's a lot of watchtowers on this map, mind you, compared to the Russian one. Only had 3 on it, didn't it? Right. I'm on the right track. Get those lights on. Okay. Straight through this dark gap, is it? It looks like it. It started raining. Can we get over here? It does look wet. I'm not scared to try because we've got some trees behind us to winch us out. I think once we can get across to that gravel, we'll be alright. There's a tower up there, look. No. Oh no, we're moving. We got movement. Just keep the front wheel going from side to side. It kind of scrabbles around and drags you along. Yeah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah. Back into auto. Lovely. Take it a bit easy on these rocks. There we go. We made it through. And straight up this hill. Where do we need to go? There's a track. There. Can you even see that dip? Oh, come on, little man. Let's get you going. Lovely. Once he gets his traction, he starts flying away. I don't want to go too far past where the tower is. If I mark the road there with a waypoint and then we want to look to turn up that ledge slope. I was eyeing up the season pass last night in the store. I noticed it's probably the one piece of season pass stroke pre-order stuff that I've not seen at all is the flame paint job for the pickup here. I think that's because everybody who's got that pack isn't using the Chevy. They're using that mad Karn OP beast of a 4x4. So I'd quite like that paint job. There we go. Watchtower opened. There's an upgrade. Right, we're going to get, that's it, we'll get that upgrade, then we'll get back to the truck. Yeah, we'll revisit this map in the next episode when we need to come back in here, maybe. So straight back the way we came. Does that make the most sense? We can't. I guess we could try to fight our way through these trees, could we? What does it look like? It looks pretty thick. No, we're going to go round. I think it'd be quicker. Sounds like famous last words to me. There we are, back on the track. And then delete that waypoint. Put one in there, and we should be able to fly straight across. Straight down the track, up the hill. The Scout 800 we'll be getting back to, because it's his job to scout out the north area of the other map. It's very wet and very boggy, and I think he'll be quite good at that. Here we go. Ooh. That was a visible trackway up. Well, this is the track, isn't it? I haven't turned off the track yet. Confused. Right, and this is where I want to turn up the hill. There he is. What we got, what we got, what we got. What we got? Engageable diff lock for the GMC, and that might be a game changer for that truck actually, especially as it now can have the off all-terrain tyres. So I'm just thinking, that's the view back to that across there where we were before, wasn't it? Pretty much straight over here. Oh, I'm thinking we could try to head straight down here. Take it easy down the hill. Rolling, rolling, rolling. It's the only time you'll ever hear me sing, don't worry. Right. Yeah, we can do this. Straight. Just got to find a nice bit of this slope to cut down. Or can we cut down here? What's this? The tunnel's that way and the camp is this way. So I need to get off of this road somewhere here. Might not have been a good spot to do so. Definitely not a good spot to do so. Too much rocks between me and where I need to get to that way. Will the map assist? Oh yeah. I could head into the woods this way. Let's take that one and then that one, and that should get me around those rocks. We're getting there. We're getting there. Right, just got to get round the foliage on this one. Look, that one branch above me is catching on the beacons. That way. Get round it. Ooh, it's a little bit thick in here. I didn't expect it to be quite this thick. Get through this way and then down this way. I can see the river down there. I can see the river. This looks like a little clear route. Yeah, we're out. And now we're looking for... Where are we going? Out onto here. Cool, it's pretty rough in here, but not muddy. So if we take it gently... he's over here, right. Okay. Ah, there you go. You can see the wrecked car. What's this one? Oh, let's not mess it up now. Let's cut back here. Stay right on the edge. There we are. What we got this time? Let's hope it's cool. It's the locking differential for this pickup. That's good. Right. I think that's enough exploring. So that's where we come in. We're going to get back up to the garage, up to the truck, and we're going to get this first load moved. Interestingly, the map is clearly showing those 2 pallets of fuel are still there. So let's get the Fleetstar ready for its run. Oh, there you are. Okay, I didn't realise I'd packaged you. We need the low saddle for this one. And the crane, yeah, the crane can stay on. There's no real relevance. Or will it stay on? Do I want it to stay on? Yeah, I might. We'll see. And then we need to go to the trailer store right here. Get ourselves flatbed semi-trailer fitted. Lovely. That's weird. Look. Here I am. What happens if I drive around here? Because according to the map, there's 2 pallets of fuel here. That's a bit odd. Look. Fuel. Can you see there? Fuel. 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 There are 2 invisible pallets of fuel here somewhere. I suspect I have had this happen a couple of times, and they might well respawn when I come back up here, or when I load in the game, or who knows. Not the greatest disaster. We know where to get more should that never emerge from within the tarmac. Now we've got to go over here. Sorry, I haven't set the mission, have I? Let's do this properly. We are doing Dyson diesel, not a drill, except, and we are picking up this oil rig drill from the service hub. And then we've got to take it back to the island on the centre of the middle map. And this is almost a little training run as well for me for getting that big container, which is the kind of the big part of this mission across the map from the factory to that island, because I'm going to take this last part of the route I'm planning is going to be the hardest. So let's see how it goes with this truck. And remember, if you do have an absolute disaster during a mission and have to reset the mission, it resets the whole mission, not like just the load that you're carrying. And I'd hate to have like got... Why am I getting so... That was weird. It felt like I couldn't turn the truck on the dolly there. Or the 5th wheel, or whatever you want to call it. Right, cargo management. We don't want service spare parts. What else we got here? Vehicle spare parts, service spare parts, and the oil rig. There we go. 1 oil rig drill. So we just got to get back down to the tunnel onto the other map. And then we'll think about things down there. Crikey, this is a heavy load. This is a heavy load. I'm going to get the 4-wheel drive on just to stabilise the truck a little. It's a long load as well. So, ooh. The steering's quite light now. I think there's so much weight on the back of the truck that the steering wheels are kind of, yeah, not got the best traction. The steering does feel a little bit skittish. Right, down this hill. I probably don't want to go too fast. And I probably don't want to drive in. Look. Oh, made it. I'm just rolling here, coasting. If you look that way, you poke your head out the window. Right. Back on the gas. Lovely. That's the thumbnail. Okay, well that was not... See, that's what happened when I pulled out of that petrol station as well. It's the weight of these heavy loads that just pushed the truck forward, then it wouldn't turn. So, be gentle. See you in Black River. We're back in familiar territory now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get this oil rig, hopefully, down to town. We're going to park up there, have a little review, four-wheel drive. I just noticed that when I was struggling to tip this back up with the crane, I hadn't actually put four-wheel drive on. I'm not sure what difference it would have made to me getting the truck moved, but I really just wanted to show you, remind you that you can use the crane as a self-righting device in various ways actually, whether it's attaching it to something like a winch and dragging yourself, or as I used it, simply almost as an arm to push. But it definitely sticks in the ground, so bear that in mind. Right. We've not got a huge amount left to do on this map, but I certainly shall be doing it, because it's XP and money if nothing else. We have got one that looks quite interesting, 2 missions for the scout vehicle, probably the 800, to get up to the meteorological stations and to go and find some barrels that have been hidden around the map. Apparently that's what the factory workers do when they're bored, is go and run over barrels, so we'll have a go at that game. You can certainly feel that this truck's pulling a bit better with the other tyres on it, on the rougher stuff. That's for sure, but you can also feel the weight of that load pushing this truck forward. It's very odd when I talk about you can feel it, you can feel it. It's obviously being expressed through the way that the truck's reacting to the controls rather than a physical feeling, but it's definitely there, manifesting itself. That we've got that mission there. Go and find it. That's a stock trailer out in the swamp. And maybe now our Chevy is pretty much fully upgraded, we can try to stick that into some of the messier places. I'm quite looking forward to using that if it's got the diff lock to get it out of trouble. And of course, in fact, let's just park up here. We have the magnificent GMC, which now we can take back to the garage, put on off-road tyres and the locking diff, and see what kind of difference that makes. And if it can be used as a kind of quicker, handier shuttle truck to get things around, or even just from here in town, maybe if we need to up to the tunnel to cross map, we shall see. But anyway, we're going to call it an episode there. I think this is a sensible point to stop. If I start getting this over to the location, it's going to go on for a while. So we'll just leave that till the next episode. So next episode is basically going to do me trying to do the not a drill mission in one go with no disasters. So join me for that. It would be great to have you along. Leave us a like if you liked it, guys. Any comments, feedback, suggestions? If you know what that upgrade is on the Smithfield Dam map, right up on the northern edge that I exposed, let me know if it's worth me making a beeline for that. That would be handy. Subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to know when the next episodes are out. But for now, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Have fun and goodbye.